Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Patrick Doyle. Thank you, Cartech. I am the CFO for Informatics. With the next slide, I'd like to discuss Informatics business strategy. And this is just going to reiterate what Cartech has already told you, but what we are trying to do here is to identify our customers' needs. We are doing this with a continuous market research. We have a feedback loop. It effectively goes back to direct our R&D facilities. We sell directly to the customer. We do this through local sales offices. And we are targeting specifically the more profitable segments. That is to say, the higher profit margin products first. Right now, we have 4 of the 5 segments for the computers. Those are the 4 highest profit margins. The one that we are not currently dominant in, which is the cost cutter, is the lowest margin. So the next I'm going to talk about our financial projections, which is really the reason why we're here. So up on the chart, you can see there is total revenue versus time. Total revenue is in millions of dollars, and time is in quarters. We have this estimated from the beginning of quarter 1 to quarter 8. So 2 years is the projection time that we're working with. Our current quarter, as you can see on the chart, is quarter 5. Then we also have projected quarters, quarter 6, quarter 7, and quarter 8. And as you can see, we're starting to reach an exponential growth period. This exponential growth period is based upon the previous 3 quarters. It's basically, we've taken those quarters, analyzed them, and we found that to be an exponential growth. So what you're also seeing at the same time is exponential growth into the future through from quarter 6 through quarter 8. So to be specific, the black line on the chart is in fact historical numbers. Those are actual data. The dashed lines on the chart are the future projections based on the previous three quarters. And then what you're also seeing on the chart are error bars. Those error bars are plus or minus 20% of the total revenue. This will become very important in a moment. So right now, as Cartech has already mentioned to you, we have 3% of the market. That gives us 97% of the market yet to be conquered. However, this is for all computer manufacturers. We do have 27% of the market, or of the current market, but our competitors also have the remainder. So this is the same graph, except in this instance, we've added cash flow. And the cash flow is the green lines, with the basic same solid line being historical data, and then the dashed lines are projected data. And as you can see from the chart, we are expecting an increase in cash flow as well as revenue. But at the same time, you can also see with this red arrow, at quarter 7, we are anticipating, we're scheduling, so to speak, that we are going to have a lower cash flow at the end of the quarter. Now there are reasons for this. We're expanding sales offices, we're expanding our production capabilities, we're also investing heavily in R&D. But based on our current model, we are in, if our projected forecast as to what we're actually going to sell, that is, if we're right on target, we still have a positive cash flow. If we're under target, we could have a negative cash flow, which is the reason why we're actually here. Again, this is the same chart, except in this instance, we've also added expenditures. And this expenditure is R&D. We've tailored back our sales offices, our expansion for the facilities, and R&D for quarter 7. But it's still questionable whether or not we're going to have enough cash flow. This is the reason why we are here, to ask for the loan. We're actually asking for a line of credit. So what we're actually asking for here, again represented with the arrow, is at that time we're asking for $6 million as a line of credit. We could be off with our projection, but if we have a $6 million buffer, we could be off by $20 million in our total revenues, back of the envelope type of calculation. So our funding request is the $6 million line of credit. We anticipate we might need this in quarter 7 because of low cash flow, because we're expanding into the market. We want to continue informatics' continued market dominance. Our budget is an estimate. It has errors. There was error bars on the chart. We recognize that. Our end of quarter cash target is to be 10 to 20% of our budgeted revenue. So basically, our reserve at the end of the quarter, we'd like to have 10 to 20% of whatever we budgeted for the revenue. But we also have unexpected expenses and taxes. The government doesn't wait. We have to pay them. And as collateral, we'd like to add our Chicago manufacturing facilities. So that's how we would like to back up our line of credit. So in summary, as you've probably already recognized, we're in a very quickly growing business. We have strong growth potential. We are conservative in our financial practices. We don't want to go cash poor. We don't want to run out of money. So for that reason, we're asking for $6 million in a line of credit. And this is going to allow us to expand into the market. Again, we're somewhere in the $50 million range. The market is actually $2.1 billion. That's 97 that is yet to be untapped, 97%. But at the same time, we do not want to compromise our quarterly cash flow. And we want to do this before our competitors can. It's a race. And with that, I'd like to open the floor to questions that we can answer for you.